Right, so let's go in depth on Sonic Adventure. So the positives are it has good graphics, it has amazing gameplay, there's a chow garden, and it has an amazing soundtrack and voice acting. Now let's get to the negatives. So the negatives are Amy's story and Big's story. So yeah, let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are, we're ranking. Wait, it looks like Sonic Adventure is for the DS, not Sonic Rush. Right, imagine if Sonic Adventure was for the DS. Oh yeah, sorry guys, laptop mouse. Let's put it in peak. Sonic Adventure is peak. So let's talk about Sonic Adventure 2. So the positives are it has good level design, a good story, good gameplay, it's Shadow's debut game, amazing voice acting and soundtrack, amazing graphics and 3D models. Now let's get to the negatives. So the negatives are the mech and treasure hunting stages. So yeah, let's get to ranking. So Sonic Adventure 2, so let's rank. Okay, let's go up. Sonic Adventure 2 isn't mediocre, it's the laptop mouse. Sonic Adventure 2 is peak. So yeah. So let's go in depth on Sonic Heroes. So the positives are the team switching, the concepts, the 3D models, the level design. So yeah, now let's get to the negatives. The negatives are it is executed poorly. Like they didn't put the ideas into the game properly. Alright, now I need to stop yapping and let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are, we're ranking. Alright, so let me just wait. Alright, what was I doing in this recording? What was I doing when I was recording? Alright, so Sonic Heroes isn't mediocre. Sonic Heroes is amazing. So yeah. So let's go in depth on Sonic 06. By the way, the gameplay is actually Sonic Project 06, not the actual 06. So let's go with the positives. The positives are it has good level design and good ideas. Now the negatives are it has terrible execution. They put it into a game poorly, and there's wherever you look there's glitches and bugs left and right. So yeah, let's get to ranking. Alright, here we are, we're ranking, and yeah, so let's rank Sonic 06. Laptop mouse. So Sonic 06 is mediocre. The only reason it's like that high up is because it had potential. Alright, so let's go in depth on Shadow the Hedgehog. So the positives are that it has some ideas, some good ideas. And now the negatives are almost everything. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so let's rank Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, what is this game? What even is this game, honestly? What is it? So let's go in depth on Sonic Riders. So the positives, it was Jetwave and Storm's debut. It has a good story, it has good gameplay. And now the negatives are it is a bit unforgiving at times and the air mechanic. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so let's rank Sonic Riders. So Sonic Riders is peak. Alright, so let's talk about Sonic Gems collection. So the positives, it has Sonic CD and it's the same as Mega Collection, which we're going to do later, so you'll figure out. And the negatives are it has some translation issues. Also, you're probably thinking, what do you mean same as Mega Collection? Well, we haven't done Mega Collection, but it's going to be next. So yeah, let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are, Sonic ranking Sonic Gems collection. So Sonic Gems collection is peak. So yeah. So is Mega Collection. We're about to rank Mega Collection. We're about to go in depth on it. Alright, so let's go in depth on Sonic Mega Collection. Alright, so the positives are it has amazing songs. It's an amazing collection. It has an amazing main menu. It has amazing choices for the games. And the negatives are it has no Sonic CD. No. Let's get to ranking now. Alright, so here we are ranking Sonic Mega Collection. Alright, so am I even gonna rank? Alright, here we go. So Sonic Mega Collection is it's not amazing. It's not. I think. Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna put it up. Sorry. I thought I was gonna say it was peak. I might move it up. I think I did on the recordings. Yeah. Alright, so guys, let's go in depth on Sonic Advance. So the positives. It's the first time Sonic is on the Nintendo hardware, and it has good 2D platforming. And the negatives are it's unforgiving, and yeah, let's get to ranking. Alright, here we are, and we are ranking Sonic Advance. Sorry if it echoes. I'm sorry. I don't want to explain that. Alright, so Sonic Advance is amazing. No, Sonic Advance, yeah, it's amazing. Also, because I'm not in my house, in our family's house. So yeah, and this Thursday, it's the day before this video releases, so I don't have that long to release it. Alright, so yeah, let's talk about Sonic Advance 2. Let's go in depth for this ranking video. So the positives are it has good special stages, it has fast gameplay, it has a new character which is Cream the Rabbit, and the negatives it's long and hard to complete. Now let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are ranking Sonic Advance 2. So Sonic Advance 2, it's not mediocre, it's the laptop mouse. Sonic Advance 2 is peak. Alright guys, let's go in depth on Sonic Advance. So Sonic Advance 3. So the positives is that it has 5 playable characters, it has cutscenes, it has good gameplay, and the negatives is that it has unfair level design. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are ranking Sonic Advance 3. So let's rank it. So Sonic Advance 3 is amazing. Alright guys, so let's go in depth on Sonic Pocket Adventure. So the positives are it's like Sonic 2, and Sonic 2 is a good game, and it has good bosses. And the negatives are, what is a Neo Geo Pocket Color? Like, actually, I'm sorry to any of you Neo Geo Pocket Color fans. Sorry. Alright, now let's get to ranking. Alright, so let's rank Sonic Pocket Adventure. Alright, so Sonic Pocket Adventure is peak. So yeah. Alright guys, so let's go in depth on Sonic Pinball Party. So the positives are the Chow Garden and the GameCube connectivity, and the negatives are it's hard to control, and there's too many bumpers. So yeah, let's get to ranking. Here we are, we're ranking Sonic Pinball Party. So yeah, let's get to it. I said the exact same thing. So Sonic Pinball Party is amazing. So yeah, let's get to the next one. Alright, so here we are, and let's go in depth on Sonic Rush. So the positives are it's the Boost and Blaze's debut. And let's get to the negatives. So the negatives are the level design needs some work. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so let's rank Sonic Rush. So yeah, we're ranking. So Sonic Rush is peak. Alright, so guys, let's go in depth on Sonic 1 GBA. So let's start with the positives. So the positives are that it's portable, and I have no idea. I mean, look at this. What is this? What is this? This is not Sonic 1. You cannot tell me that this is Sonic 1. Anyway, to the negatives, everything else. Honestly, I'm not hating. It's true. It's a statement. Now let's get to ranking. Right, so here we are, and we're ranking Sonic 1 GBA. Yeah, we're putting in what tier, like, no, we're putting in terrible. You know, no, that's what. Between Shadow and Hedgehog is terrible. But what even is Sonic 1 GBA? Alright, so guys, let's go in depth on Sonic Rush Adventure. So the positives are that it's fast, it has the same Sonic Rush vibe, and it has a better level design. And the negatives are that it has grinding, like you have to work a lot and a lot of dialogue. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are ranking Sonic Rush Adventure. So Sonic Rush Adventure is amazing. Alright, so let's get let's go in depth on Sonic Rivals. So the positives are it's high speed, the visuals and audio are good. But the negatives are you can't see what's in front of you, and the player AI is going back and forth in speed. Now let's get to ranking. Alright, so let's rank Sonic Rivals. Sorry guys, it was the wind. So Sonic Rivals is okay. So yeah. Now let's go in depth on Sonic Rivals 2. So the positives are that there's a big roster of characters. There's so many characters, and the graphics. And the negatives are it's repetitive and there's multiplayer limits. So let's get to ranking. So let's rank Sonic Rivals 2. So Sonic Rivals 2 is okay. Alright, so guys, let's go in depth on Sonic Shuffle. So the positives are, I don't know, something here, I don't know what, Mario Party I guess. And the negatives are the loading time. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are ranking. So Sonic Shuffle. What is Sonic Shuffle? What is it? What even is it? So let's go in depth on the Sonic and the Secret Rings. So the positives are the graphics and the gameplay. The gameplay excluding the motion controls, and the negatives are the motion controls. Now let's get to ranking. Alright, so let's rank Sonic and the Secret Rings. So Sonic and the Secret Rings is amazing. Alright, so let's go in depth on Sonic Mega Collection Plus. So the positives are that the positives are the same as base Mega Collection, and the negatives are that it doesn't have the same main menu. I like the normal Mega Collection main menu. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so let's rank Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Right, so Sonic Mega Collection Plus is amazing, and so yeah. Alright, so sorry guys, I forgot these games. Now let's rank them. So here's my thoughts on Sonic Adventure DX. So the positives are it has 60 FPS, double than the Dreamcast's 30 FPS. Does bro even know how to do math? Yes I do. I need to get rid of that virus. What am I doing? Alright, so the negatives are the graphics and the 3D models, the lighting and the bugs. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so here we are in the tier list, and Sonic Adventure DX is in B tier. Sorry, I'm using those tiers. So yeah, I used a single use template. So yeah, it's not worth. Yeah, it's not like worth to put all those tiers because it's a single use tier. Alright, so let's go in depth on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So the positives are battle mode, and the negatives are audio issues and cutscene issues. So let's get to ranking. Alright, so we're ranking Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Alright, so Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is in S tier.